Uh, all right, all right. Yeah, people are jumping in. There's Londi. Londi says hi, everyone. Hi, Londi. Okay, so let me bring up the PowerPoint and we'll get started. Let's see here.
I haven't heard from Joe, but in case I do, I'm going to invite him to jump in if that's all right with you.
Okay, yeah. I saved that picture for the end.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Don't hang up early, everybody. You'll miss it.
Yeah, I'm saving a surprise for the end. All right, I'm gonna mute you guys just so you know. Okay. All right, let's begin. Thanks for being here, everybody. Appreciate you guys taking time out to be on our Zoom, our overview Zoom. Um, so over the past few decades, scientists have studied the Mediterranean Blue Zone diet to understand what gives people in the Mediterranean nearly a decade of added life compared to Americans, often with far fewer chronic diseases and a dramatically higher quality of life. They grow old in a healthy way. They're strong. They grow old. It's significantly different there than it is here. The scientists looked at the differences between the diet in America and the diet in the Mediterranean, and they found one food we both consume holds the key. These scientists found a powerful group of phytochemicals responsible for this life extension. The Italians and Greeks in the Mediterranean consume 20 times more of this food than we do here in America. And I have to tell you, um, that the value of nutrients in what they're consuming is much higher than what we're consuming. Here in America, this same food has virtually zero of the phytochemicals due to overprocessing and lack of purity. This food is rich in four phytochemicals. One is oleocanthal, two is oleuropein, three is hydroxytyrosol, and four is verbascoside. Welcome to OLIABO. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease.
We need to, yeah, okay. This is my brain scan. You can see all those little black squares, all sixes.
Yeah.
This is my brain scan,
Yeah.
June the 30th, and also December the 3rd. This is now my brain scan.
Uh-huh.
They're all threes and fours. So when she saw this, it was just silent. And she said, that is significant improvement. She has not seen anything like it.
I'm 67, been in the roofing business for 40 years. 12 years ago, I was pummeled by ice. Got to the point now that my knees feel like they're shot, the bottom of my feet. The last 2 days, I've been doing a lot of walking. There's no pain. 4 days use.
Wow.
I have a hard time remembering when I haven't had pain in my knees. It's just a start. It's only 4 days.
Wow.
I'm can't wait to see what it's going to be a month from now.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. Holy
Yeah.
cow. Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing. I appreciate it. That's awesome.
Feelings at all, none. And those anxious feelings have almost made me a hermit in my own home. And because I was not comfortable and I would have real anxious attacks if I went out. But anyway, so here I am. The breathing is better. The anxiousness is absolutely gone. We have a big deck on the front of our house, and I am now walking 700 steps at one time without losing my breath. And I literally cannot thank Jennifer enough for introducing me to OLIABO, because it's just literally, I think that was the final step to taking me back to where I was before January 19th.
I was constantly dabbing at them, trying not to do it with my fingers, always looking for a tissue. And within 30 minutes, it was like my eyes cleared. I couldn't believe it. It was cooling. They were lubricated, yet they weren't running. So I was very excited. And today is my 10th day, and it's been 10 days
Yay!
That I have not had any problems with my eyes. So I feel really blessed.
Wow.
I also felt I've had stress in my neck, and sometimes I get stress headaches. And I do find that when I take it, immediately the stress dissipates, the headaches go away. I do sometimes get it back at night.
Sometimes it's the simplest ideas that make the biggest difference. A connection to nature, a quiet faith in the greater good, a home grounded in simplicity. It's the quintessential Italian belief that health, happiness, and food naturally intertwine. The belief that these ingredients should be blended with love and care. Now combine this with something just as essential, a belief that every person, regardless of background, deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, and deserves the chance to live up to their fullest potential. Now take this worldview and marry it with a truly unique idea at the right time. Well, that'll make people stop and pay attention. A truly unique idea has the power to change everything. It stands apart. It challenges the ordinary. And in its simplicity, it can move the world forward. That simple formula, love, health, respect, and a singular, simple, extraordinary idea has the power to change lives in our community, in our country, and around the world. Life is short. Timing is everything. And this fall, everything begins.
Okay, so these phytochemicals are called polyphenols. And I'm going to go through each one of them. There are 4 that are part of what we are presenting to you tonight. One is oleocanthal. It's known for its natural anti-inflammatory activity similar to ibuprofen, supports joint comfort and healthy inflammatory response, supports brain health and may help protect cognitive function, supports cardiovascular health by helping protect blood vessels, contributes to overall cellular protection and long-term wellness. Alurapine supports antioxidant protection and healthy cellular function, supports heart health and healthy blood pressure levels, supports immune health and overall wellness, helps maintain healthy inflammation balance, supports metabolic and cardiovascular health. And then we have verbascoside, supports antioxidant protection of the cellular defense, helps maintain a healthy inflammatory response, supports brain and cognitive health. Skin supports skin health and protection from oxidative stress, supports overall immune and cardiovascular wellness. So when I'm going through these, you can see how they're kind of all woven together, how they all kind of fit with one another, and they all come from the same tree. It's pretty amazing. So The next one is hydroxytyrosol. Helps protect cells in oxidative stress and supports healthy aging. Supports heart health by protecting LDL cholesterol from oxidation. Promotes brain and cognitive health, supporting memory and clarity. Helps balance inflammation, supporting joints and muscle recovery. And supports skin and immune health by defending against oxidative damage. So when you go to Google Scholar, just go to Google and type in Google Scholar. It'll pop up for you. And you type in oleocanthal key benefits. You get 2,690 results. I underlined it so you could see it. 2,690 results. When you type in olorapine, you get 10,800 results. When you type in verbascoside, you get 3,360 results. Hydroxytyrosol is 12,400 results. And these polyphenols are found in the olive groves. They're all in the olive tree. They're part of the olive tree. And what we've done is we have gathered these polyphenols and put them into a daily packet for you to consume. And they are very, very, very powerful. So if you go to the National Library of Medicine and you type in olive polyphenols, you get 2,096 studies at the National Library of Medicine. And this is just a snapshot, but you can go there and look at it yourself. Just go to PubMed, put PubMed, PUBMED in your Google search, and then the National Library of Medicine will pop up, and you can use this to find studies on what we have. It's pretty incredible. So,
do you know that out of millions of plant species with wildly different chromosome counts, the olive tree is one of the few that shares the exact same number as humans, 46. And that really matters because Scripture tells us from the beginning that God does nothing randomly. Creation is intentional, and patterns repeat because the author is always consistent. Now, look at what the Bible says, because in Romans 11, humanity is described as branches grafted into an olive tree. Not a fig tree, not a cedar tree, not a wheat tree, an olive tree. And that imagery is very deliberate because a grafted branch does not survive on its own. Life flows from the root and into the branch. Identity is received, not self-generated. Survival depends on remaining connected to the root. The olive tree represents the living covenant of God, and people are described as being joined into it. And that tells us that the olive tree is more than just a plant. Scripture keeps building that case. Olive trees live for thousands of years. Even when cut down or burned, they regenerate from the root, a living picture of perseverance and life that refuses to die. And the Bible stacks more meaning. Peace after judgment. In Genesis, the dove returns with an olive branch, life continuing after destruction. There is no biological necessity for any shared numerical structure, yet the one tree Scripture repetitively uses to describe covenant, light, endurance, peace, and anointing shares the same chromosome count as the human body. Out of millions of plant species, the tree God chose as his primary covenant symbol mirrors humanity at the most foundational level. A tree that represents life, endurance, peace, anointing, covenant, light, shares a numerical signature with the human body. Not a coincidence. That is Scripture and creation telling us the same story. Structure aligning with symbolism, biology echoing theology, creation agreeing with the Word. The olive tree feeds us, heals us, lights our way, anoints leaders, represents peace, survives destruction, and at the microscopic level, it counts life the same way we do. That is deliberate design. I love you guys. God bless.
Why do I get emotional about that? Wow. So what we've done is we've taken these polyphenols and we created a proprietary blend. We were able to extract them. It's a new extraction process. And from the whole fruit, we have verbascoside, and from the leaf, we have aleuropine. And we combine those two, and we call our proprietary blend olivectin. Here is our Prima. Prima stands for first. It was our first product. That's what Prima means in Italian. And so we have 4 capsules. 2 are gel caps, high in oleocanthal and other polyphenols, infused with rosemary. Another capsule is our proprietary blend of olive leaf extract and olive fruit extract. It's our olivectin. And then our Rosa capsule is a proprietary blend of grapeseed extract, very high quality, high potency grapeseed extract, and lycopene, which is the outside skin of the tomato. So what we've done is we've taken these Mediterranean this Mediterranean diet, and we've narrowed it down. Science has narrowed down the effects of the Mediterranean diet, and they feel that it's due to all of this extra virgin olive oil that's being consumed from that area. What they consume and what we consume here is 2 different things. Go to your kitchen cabinet and open up your extra virgin olive oil and smell it. It smells rancid. It's not the same. It doesn't have any of the polyphenol value left in it. And what we use is we use a first press from a tree farm that has a very high polyphenol count and quality. So what's happening here is that we're actually getting everything they get there in the Mediterranean, but it's even more powerful because it's been fortified with the polyphenols from the whole tree. So the seed, the pulp of the fruit or the whole fruit, and the leaf. And then our next product is called Flex. It's a topical recovery oil. It's made from our high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, olivectin, mangosteen, pericarp, and squalene. And so any place where you have any discomfort, you would just rub this in, get it warmed up in the palm of your hands and rub it in wherever you have any discomfort. And I'm not making any claims. I'm just telling you that it works. You have to get a bottle and experience it yourself. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. So this is a Joe. Joe is a member of our team. He lives in Avila Beach in California, and this was Joe's arm before the flex and after the flex. He rubbed the flex in on his arm a couple times a day for 3 weeks, and after 3 weeks, that's what his arm looks like now. Pretty amazing, pretty amazing. And now people are using the flex. Now Robin's using the flex on her face. She has to be careful not to get it near the eyes, but she's using it on her face now. And I think a lot of people are doing that same thing. After seeing Joe's arm, people have little bumps and bruises all over. They're applying it, and everybody's getting results. It's pretty amazing. Not making any claims. I'm just saying it works. So, Ray, do you want to jump in here?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Well, boy, when you see all the science, and the science, I had someone ask me today, Hernan, said, well, where is the science on Prima itself? And I said, well, we don't have any double-blind studies on what we have, but God gave us a brain and some of us some common sense. I don't know how much of that he gave me, but Hernan, he gave you quite a lot of it. Um, I said, same thing you did. Just take these things that all come from the olive tree, take these scientific terms and spend a few minutes, go to AI and just ask. Hey, you don't even have to type it in. just hit a button and say, "Hey, what are the benefits of extra virgin olive oil?" And when you discover these things, like the oleocanthal. When I first started looking, I hardly got past oleocanthal. That alone was enough for me to say, "Hey, this product makes a lot of sense." Gordon and I were having a conversation last week, and I'll just give you all a little bit of a hint. I'm looking for, and I just want you to all look forward to this because I think it's coming very soon. A little product video. 5 to 7 minutes would be about perfect, I think, for me and for everybody else too, because we all have a pretty short attention span. And I said, I had the first conversation with Gordon regarding this, and I mean, it was very enlightening how he spent a lot of time pondering, thinking about how could I simulate, emulate, whatever word you want to use, the Mediterranean blue.
I think you're muted.
Oh, I must have hit it accidentally. Sorry about that. And I said, Gordon, I've been at this for 40 plus years. I don't need, perhaps you're waiting on the right doctor to come on and explain Prima to us. I said, I'm personally sick of seeing a doctor, sometimes an alleged doctor with a white coat and a stethoscope. Right away, it turns me off. I've seen so much of that in this industry for so long. Somebody, some paid spokesman trying to convince you and I that their product is the one we ought to be taking. I said, I don't want that. This is your baby. I heard you from the very beginning. It's what excited me about what was possible for all of us when you told me you wanted to take the very best of these proprietary formulas, put it in a little convenient package that we can take on a daily basis and get the benefit without having to consume, sometimes not even knowing the quality of what we're consuming. A big part of that, how you've heard the story in this industry, a lot of it is fraud. Uh, and we could get the benefit of the Blue Zone Mediterranean diet on a daily basis. Just take it at breakfast and know that we're doing the right thing for our body. It's your baby. I'd like for you to come on and do a 5 to 7 minute video of just exactly how this product came about, how you spent a big part of your life growing up in that very part of the world, relatives actually in the olive farming business, and discovering it for yourself and thinking about it, visiting a lot of labs over there and talking to the people, put a unique product together for us called Prima. It's our foundational product. And I got to tell you what, folks, I'm not a young guy anymore. I wish I was, but I'm not. But I intend to stay as young as I can for as long as I can. And it's important to me at this stage of life to have a product that I've got confidence in, a company that I've got confidence in, and I love this product. I love the way it makes me feel. I use the olive oil, love it. I certainly use the Flex. I think it's a wonderful product. But Prima is the thing that makes us different than anybody in the world. You can't get this anywhere except through you and I. We're affiliates with this company, and if they want it, they're going to have to get it from one of us. And once they get it down in their heart, like some of us have, we've got a customer for life. I'll just throw this out there, folks, just for discussion. But I said the other day, I said, I think, and I'm guilty of this, I think sometimes because of my eagerness, and I've always approached people business first. And I'm not sure that's been the smartest thing for me to do in my career, but it worked out for me rather well. But I think we have the finest customer product that I've ever seen in all of my years of network marketing. And I think a lot of people that we bring in this business, they probably should be a customer until they have it down on the inside like we do, and raise their hand and say, I think I'd like to start building a business with this. That being the case, every customer that we have, every satisfied customer of, let's say, Prima, we earn 25 if we keep them as a customer at least for a period of time. Some of them, that's all they ever want to be. They don't want to build a business. They don't want to call their friends. They just want to, take a product that gives them the best chance at living their best life. And so, that being the case, we'll earn $300 a year off of every customer that we have in our business that monthly orders one Prima. If they order two, we'll make $600 a year. So it makes sense to me over time that many of us can gather 20, 30, 40, 50. Some can gather 100 and more customers. It amounts to quite a lot of money at the end of the year without even thinking about building a business and talking other people into a business. I hope that makes sense. Listen, I'm all for building a network. I think it's the greatest, but many times I think we ought to keep them as customers. I think it makes more sense to make 25% of their monthly purchase as it does more sense than to make 5%, if that makes sense. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm just exactly where I want to be. It's a bookend to my career, and I couldn't be happier. I'm thankful every morning I get up. My prayer every night is thank you, Lord, and thank you in the morning when I get up. And my personal testimony, I got more flexibility than I've had in a long, long time. I'm sleeping. I've always had a sleeping challenge. I sleep 7 to 7.5 hours, sometimes even 8, without even waking up. And that's so unusual for me. That's not been my pattern most all of my life. So I'm thrilled to death to be here. And Hernan, I love working with you. You've become a really good friend, and I admire you greatly. You're just a tremendous supporter of all of us, and appreciate all the hard work that you do. And you've got something I think you want to reveal to everybody here tonight.
I do, thanks to you.
We'll see. We'll see if it gets me in trouble or not. Probably not.
Ray Ray didn't have permission to show this to us, but he did it anyway. That's an executive decision you made there, Ray.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So this, you guys, you're probably wondering what you're looking at here, but you're looking at um, our new culinary extra virgin olive oil container. We're going to be moving into a glass bottle. It's, I think it's beautiful, and it looks like you're getting a lot more value for your money. So, yeah, do you want to talk about this, Ray, at all?
Well, I do, and it could be coming out. One of the reasons I wanted to, Hernan and I were talking about it. I wanted to share it with Hernan. I share lots of things with Hernan, and I said, Hernan, this thing could come out as early as the end of this week, certainly by next week. So I think we'll probably ought to take this opportunity to share this with people. I love the looks of it. Hey, I like the tin. The tin's fine, but I recognize there's some troubles. We've had a few issues around the country. First of all, pulling that spout out. I'm a pretty strong guy, and sometimes I have to really put some power into it and lift it perfectly vertical, or it just don't come out right. And we've had occasions where people have pulled it out. Some of these strong guys, I guess, and just pulled the entire spout right out of the tin. So we've had some things like that happen, and so I think this makes an awful lot of sense. I think it's a beautiful bottle, and it's just a better presentation. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of that bottle?
You still got everybody mooted out, or
Yeah, they can unmute
Yes.
though. You guys can unmute. What do you think of that? It looks nice, doesn't it?
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Doesn't it look like you're getting a lot more for your money?
yeah,
It
Yes.
does.
Love it.
Absolutely.
I want to keep my cans though.
Yeah.
At first, I thought Ray was saying we're going to get rid of this, and I thought,
No.
no, don't.
I've
But
I've
yeah,
always I've always had a communication problem, and the way I was talking, Hernan was really distressed there for a minute. And I said, "Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the olive oil."
yeah. So my olive oil can is it's a lot of oil on the top of it, and it does kind of make a mess, you know. So I think it's going to be much better presentation. Yeah,
Love
definitely.
it. The bottle looks great.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it?
Thanks. It's really
Okay.
cool. It's really cool looking.
Yeah. So does anybody have anything they want to share real quick? Um any stories of any kind, anything?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mom, can I
Okay.
share your story? Sure.
Okay.
Hey, Hernan, it's Colleen
Hi.
here.
Hi, Colleen.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good.
What a great presentation, everybody. So good. Just
Yes.
before I share the quick story, I just wanted to say I was just getting used to the tin can in terms of the eco-friendly. Gordon was promoting it so well. I'm like, we got the best can, but I love the bottle. Thank you. My mom, actually, this is very early stage, but she's been dealing with circulation challenges from, the heart not pumping it back from the legs upward. This happens. And I'm just really, really excited to see how she can feel over time, everybody, because she got on Prima 2 weeks ago. Finally got her on Prima. And she has some now her circulation in her lower leg, a swollen, leg, and then the foot started to pool that blood, similar to the story that Hernan you just showed. Right now, you don't remember how you showed on is it Charlie? Was it Charlie or what was
Joe.
his name? The gentleman with the pooling of the blood on the
Bob, I think, right?
sorry?
I think it was Bob. Was it Hernan?
It was Joe.
Joe.
Thanks.
So, thank you,
That's it.
Fifi.
Thanks, everybody. That was Joe. So similar to Joe's pooling. Oh, thank you, Hernan. Yeah. So mom got on Prima 2 weeks ago. And then last week on February the 14th, I took a picture because we were ordering Flex and we thought, well, let's add Flex in and see what happens.
Wow.
I got the Flex, I brought it down on the 21st, and I looked at her foot before we even did and he opened the Flex, and this is starting to be the change that's happened from Prima, 1 week on Prima. 2 weeks in her body, but 1 week difference in the photos.
Yeah, that's the circulation. That's the vascular
That's correct.
benefits. Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah. So any comments on that, even any feedback? I know none of us are, I don't think we're all, are there any doctors on here today? But no, just that's a good movement progress, isn't it, guys?
Even the toenail looks good.
You
Yeah,
noticed
Yeah.
that. I noticed
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
There
Looks
are signs.
fabulous.
Yeah.
it's fantastic, and yeah, I know we're not supposed to make any claims, and I'm not. I'm just relating a story. Yesterday,
Yeah.
I talked to a lady that said, and I think these are related, by the way, Colleen. She says, I've had these really pronounced, ugly varicose veins on the lower part of one of her legs, and she said they've just been awful. And she said, I've been taking this Prima now for 3 months, and they're completely gone. Can you guys excuse me? I'm going to take a call from Joe Morton. Maybe I'll get him to jump on. Hold on.
Okay, that's great. That's
Thanks.
great. Yeah.
That's
Ernest,
amazing.
Yes.
I'm a cancer survivor, and I've had just a minute. I have numb feet, and since I've been taking my Prima, I'm finding that it's a lot better.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Getting the circulation back.
Yeah, it gets the circulation back, right from the knees down, and it's probably I've been 4 years now, and this has really helped me.
Wow, Mark, thank you for sharing that story. That's amazing. Yeah. I feel you, brother. I feel you. Yeah. That's great. Thank you for sharing. Did you have that? Was that as a result of your healing from your cancer?
Yeah,
Or
when you take chemo, a lot of people have numbness in their feet or their hands, and I had mostly in my feet. I don't have nothing in my hands, but I have it in my feet. And I've been on it now for almost 3 months, and the last month we've been sharing it. And she take Prima, and I take the oil, and then I take the Prima, and she take the oil. So we go back and forth, and I think it's really helped my legs, and my legs because they're numb, I don't walk very good because you don't feel them as good, right? So now
yeah.
I look like I'm drunk when I'm walking down the road, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure if the cops ever stopped me and want me to walk the straight line, I couldn't do that. But I'm a lot
I
better.
hope when you go for a walk, you take your license with you.
Yeah, exactly. Eh?
Hey,
Yeah, absolutely.
Hernan, be looking for Joe. He's going to try to join us here right away.
Okay. All right.
It's funny.
Thanks, Mark. Thank you for sharing that. That's amazing. Yeah.
Thanks, Mark.
I've been in this game for a long time with nutrition, and I've never heard of anything helping with any kind of neuropathy or numbness in the feet. So that's pretty powerful, really powerful. Well, if Joe's not on here yet, anybody have anything else they want to share? All I can say myself personally is I just feel better. I feel younger. Today I was coming off the people's porch backwards, going down the steps backwards. I haven't been able to do that in a long time. I would always have to turn around real slow, grab onto the railing and watch where I'm walking and walk down. So, yeah, I could never do that before. So my agility, my balance, I'm quicker, quicker movement, quicker thinking. Everything has changed that way. I feel younger. It's pretty
You
amazing.
look younger.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, people have been saying that lately. I don't know why.
Does look
Yeah.
healthier.
It's the hair.
Yeah. The
Hey,
hair is different, with the
That's
Prima. Go ahead,
what you
Ray.
see. Yep.
yeah, I'm going to send Joe your link. I told him about it, but I think he must have had an issue. I'm going to send it to him. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Everybody hang loose.
Yeah. Katrina says it's OLIABO, Hernan. It's OLIABO. It is. I really do think it is. Oh, the other thing too, I wanted to tell you. Last week when we did the Zoom, I think it was the Wednesday during the day, I think it was. I was sick. I got a bug or something, and my throat was messed up, and I was coughing and this and that. And who was it I was talking to? Oh, I was talking to my buddy Keith. He said, man, he said, you need to take more of take more packets. I said, well, how many would you take? He said, I'd take 3 a day and see if you can't get rid of that. So I started doing that. I took 3 a day for 2 days and kicked it.
Wow.
Yeah. So think about that. Yeah. So think about that.
Yes.
If you get in a jam where you're not feeling good. Yeah, go ahead.
I find too, because we share the Prima right now and take the oil in between, right? I find when I take Prima, that day I'm more clearer thought than other than I am just with the oil. So I know Prima does that. It wakes you up big time. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
You guys need 4 new customers.
Hernan,
Yeah.
Hernan, would you be able to show that picture of the olive bottle again, please?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me bring it up. Hang on.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Let me go back.
Hernan, while you're bringing it up, I just want to add on to my Prima story that I started to have my mood was improving, especially in the wintertime. I do suffer a little bit from the SADS, from the lack of sunshine in Vancouver. And I decided to treat myself to back to the gym. It's been a long time. And after breaking my ankle and having surgery and 7 screws and a plate in there, I got pretty sedentary, put some weight on, and I've been seeing a personal trainer once a week. And last week I said, it's going really well. Push me a little harder. So Saturday I went and she really pushed me for that hour and I was so worried. But I doubled up on my Prima because I knew. And I was a little sore the next day, but I should be like crawling for the amount that she pushed me with my weights and everything. And I'm going to be back at the gym tomorrow. And it's just given me a higher level of mobility and just I can feel the healing happening and I'm getting stronger and I'm just super excited about the journey because this is a journey with Prima. It's not a quick fix. We might get early results, but it is a journey. I think it was Dr. Earl Mindell that basically says the longer that we consume Prima, the healthier we will become because it is a journey of repairing and producing those great new trillions and trillions of cells that we all have. So I'm super happy with that.
That's great, Donna. Speaking of personal trainers, I think I see in this Zoom our personal trainer, Mr. Joe Morton. Turn your camera on, Joe.
Can you see me, everyone? Yeah, I'm there.
Cool. Well, Joe, we're talking about the new bottle for our extra virgin olive oil. Everybody's seen a picture; they love it. If you want to say a little bit about it, it'd be great.
Yes, you bet. Thanks, Ray. Thanks for reaching out. And Ray just reached out to me and thought I'd jump on. This is an honor to be able to be with everyone here tonight. Yes, I was telling Ray, and Gordon's hinted at this a couple times, and I think I've hinted a little bit. We love the tin. Let me tell you, I love the olive oil in the tin. I think it's fantastic. It is a traditional way that we've consumed, but it is a bit challenging, I guess you could say, with some people. And the more times that people have expressed concerns, we thought by March 11th, which is my brother Gordon's date that he's put on the map, to make sure we get as much possible that as we run forward to be consistent. We thought we would take the opportunity now to make that switch, and so we are going to go it's the same amount in each one, 250 milliliters, but it's going to be in a bottle, and it's, as you can see from the picture. Actually, I think there was a picture that was shown there earlier. Yeah. It's dark. The glass is very dark, and still extra virgin olive oil from Italy. And so we're going to switch that over, and it's going to happen pretty quick, actually, a little quicker than we expected, because we sell a pretty good consistent amount of this extra virgin olive oil. And so we thought, well, might as well just make the change right now. So I don't know exactly the timing, but probably within the next couple days to a week or so, we'll just start shipping that out. So there are still a little bit in inventory, but we're going to start shipping it out very soon here, and to switch over from this tin, the extra virgin olive oil, to the glass bottle. And so we're working on a few things right now to make sure that it ships correctly, and that doesn't, protected well when it ships. But yeah, so that's changing. So thanks, Ray and Hernan, for inviting me. Thanks, Hernan, for inviting me to join your call tonight. And I loved hearing Donna's testimonial too. I love to hear updated testimonials and people's experiences on what they're going through with Primo or with Flex. Again, one of my favorites right here, Flex, and learning more about the power of olive tree derived products and the power that they have internally, but also externally on our skin. So grateful to be here, Hernan. Thanks for inviting me, both you and Ray. Appreciate it.
Hey, by the way, Joe, you might just mention, folks, when you deal in nature and you harvest fruit or whatever it is, in this case, the olive and the olive oil, there's variations sometimes in taste, variations in the strength and that sort of thing. And I think Joe and I were talking today. It's possible, at least this first batch, you're likely be may be a little bit stronger and with the high phenolic content. You might have a little more peppery taste, but that's not always the case because it changes a bit. Joe, you might expound on that.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up, Ray, because it's interesting. There are a few brands out there, actually only one that I know of, that claims this is how much phenolic content is in our extra virgin olive oil. The challenge with that is when they do that test, it's usually at the time of harvest, and so the phenolic count could be really high. Now, this is not necessarily a bad thing about extra virgin olive oil, just a bit of an education that we've all learned of this process of what we go through with extra virgin olive oil. At the time of harvest, yes, the phenolic count is going to be a lot higher, but over time that phenolic count goes down. And there's, of course, some degradation that takes place because of light and air and whatnot. And so you do the best you can, and tin is one of those ways, or a dark glass to keep that from happening as much as possible. So yes, Ray's right. As we get some of this the next flow that comes through, it might be a little stronger, a little bit pepperier, I guess you could say, which means the phenolic count's a little bit higher. but just recognize there might be, and over time, there are going to be a little bit of variations as time goes on. But just note that that's a normal process. And in fact, I am always trying different extra virgin olive oils, and I've settled on a few brands that I'm comfortable with, that I've tried over the years, and the same thing with them. So just so you know, and I wonder if that's partly why these manufacturers may cut it a little bit, because they're trying to not have that. So they're trying to have consistency, but like Ray said, Mother Nature is Mother Nature. It's going to come out in a certain way, and use yours on your spaghetti. I like that. That's cool. I used mine on my spaghetti tonight too. So we're right there. I had my wife and I had spaghetti this evening, and beautiful bolognese sauce, and I just sprinkle a little bit on there. Had it for my salad today at lunch at the office, and so yes.
Do you eat your spaghetti with the spoon and a fork?
I sometimes do. It's not true Italian, Hernan. That's a good question. I've wondered about that. But I think it's more of like a North American Italian. You know what I mean? Like we've kind of got to this point where, but I like to do that, and it works for me. It works well.
I was a cook in a pizza place, Chi-Chi's Pizza, and
Nice.
I worked there for a while. And John, the owner of the store, he would put his fork in the spaghetti and put it up against a big giant spoon and roll it. And it was like a big wad of spaghetti, that big. And he would shove it in his mouth. I was like, wow.
Well,
That's kind of what I do. That's kind of what I do. Except I don't do it too big.
Nothing is more fun like when your kids are growing up watching them eat spaghetti. I mean, it's like a
yeah.
Especially when they're in a high chair.
I must admit I do eat mine with a spoon, just like you, but not a great big amount. But
Oh man, this guy, he was so Italian I couldn't understand what he was saying when he talked to me. But that's why I was wondering, Joe.
Oh, I do that. I just don't know how officially Italian that is. It was funny. Okay, Hernan, since you're bringing this up, I'm going to out myself a little bit here. My favorite kind of pasta is angel hair pasta or capellini. Okay, it's just my favorite kind. To me, it's a little easier to digest, and I just like the mouthfeel. I like it better. So I said, my son was teasing me. He's like, that's not even true Italian. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's new Italian. Yes, it is. So I sent it to my cousin Luca in Italy. I'm like, hey, Luca, do you guys eat angel hair pasta or capellini? And his answer was no.
Really? So your son was right.
Yeah, but I did check with my friend who used to live in Sicily, and he's like, no, we eat it down in Sicily. So I don't know, maybe it's a regional thing.
In Sicily.
He was probably just messing with you.
Yeah, maybe. Yoka, thanks. You too. I appreciate that, Yoka. But
love the hat, Joe.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. OLIABO. It's brand new. We just got some of these made. I don't know if you can see it. Am I looking at it?
he
right
was
here.
yesterday Joe was wearing his Canadian jersey and his probably a Canadian hat, but today he's got the OLIABO hat on.
That's right. That's right.
Hi, how are you?
Hey,
can I call you back in a few
I've
because
also
I'm on a
got an
Zoom?
OLIABO pen too.
Yes, I'm sorry. Sure, call me whenever you can.
I've got an OLIABO pen as well. But
You
yeah,
gotta get Ray one of those.
Yeah, I do. These are brand new, by the way. They just kind of came out like within the last week or so. Again, everything's kind of building here. We're getting things coming together. But as for the game, congrats to the United States. Heck of a hockey game, let me tell you. That was some of the best hockey I've ever seen. Best hockey I've ever seen.
Wow.
It was sad to miss Sidney Crosby, the captain, got hurt, unfortunate. But it was great hockey. It was fantastic. And I have a hard time. I'm wondering how these guys, Austin Matthews from Toronto Maple Leafs, he's American, plays for the United States, wins a gold, comes back, and now he's got to play for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't know how that, I don't know how that thing switches in the brain, but it was a great game.
If you think they're not tough, this kid, he's celebrating, skating all over the ice and smiling from here. He lost 2 or 3 teeth, just a little bit before that.
In the actual game. Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah. Hey, Mark,
he needs some Prima.
You got your hand up, Mark?
Yes, I was saying about the people will relate to the bottle, but because when you go to a store, all you see is bottles, right?
Right.
I think a lot of people will relate to the bottle more than the can. I think it's going to be an awesome deal.
Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh,
And it's a
good.
I think
it's a
so.
pretty bottle too, Joe.
Yes, it is pretty. It looks good. And like I said, I don't know the exact timing on it. I'm a betting man, probably start shipping sometime later
No,
this week.
none of us will care if our next shipment is in a can. We won't. We'll just know that one of these days that's the end of the can, and we'll keep our can.
That's great.
I think the bottle is fantastic. I'm gonna
Thanks. Thanks,
I'll
Herman.
probably sell more oil now. Yeah. I
Thank
think
you.
it's gonna be great. Yeah.
Hey, Joe, remember how people save the Zango bottles
Yes.
in their garages and we're just piles and piles of them? We're gonna do the same thing with this.
Oh
I bet.
yeah, and I think people are
I
gonna
bet Donna's got every bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
save
Right
these
down to the
too.
little sample one, all the way up.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for jumping on, Joe. Appreciate it.
Of course, of course. Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing stories tonight, everyone. I really love it. I love to hear these kind of stories.
I'll send you the recordings so you can hear all of them. Okay.
Oh, I would love that. Thank you, Ernan.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Love you all.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Joe.
Joe.
We love you too.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Joe.
Have
Ernie.
a
Thank
wonderful
You're
you,
the
evening.
Hernan and
best.
Ray.
Thank
God
you,
bless
Ray.
everybody. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Love you. Night,
Grazie,
night.
grazie,
Ciao, ciao.
grazie.
Love to all.
Grazie.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you guys for being a part of the Zoom. Appreciate you and appreciate everybody that participated. Thank you very much. Yeah.
We
Awesome.
appreciate you.
Thank you for everybody who participated. Mark.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Very good. Have a great evening.
Thank you,
And
Hernan.
yep. And we'll see you soon.